Hey guys, in this video I just wanted to share a Python project that I've recently been working on and pretty much completed now. So it's just a password manager application. So I'll just get it started I'll open it up so we can look at it as I go through the code. So this is what it looks like. This is the interface that I used, very simple. And I did this using something called TK Interface. So TK Interface allows you to create buttons and user fields and labels and all that kind of stuff. So I use that to create this. So basically what it is, I've got this empty user credentials file. So basically what it's doing is the application's asking you to insert the website, insert your username, and you can insert a password or you can generate a password. And then basically what it does, once I click add, then it's going to store this information into this file. So I'll just delete this for now. So I'll show you how it works. I'll just save that. Okay, so now we see it's empty. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just type in, let's say Amazon. So I'm going to say that website's Amazon, username will just say Amazon at Gmail. And then so I can either enter a password manually or I can generate a password. So I'm going to click the generate password in this case. Then as you can see, it's generated a bunch of random letters and characters and numbers for me. And so if I'm happy with that, now I'm just going to click add. And so what that's going to do now is it clears it out and now it's going to add it to this user credentials file. So there it is. So I'll just do another one just to demonstrate. So let's just say I'll do eBay. And then we'll just change the username again. Say ebay at gmail.com. And then, yeah, I just got another password there as well, another generator. So I'll just add that. And then it's added that. So that's how it's working. And then, so yeah, let's say I come back. I've got all my passwords and everything in here. And then let's say I come back and I want to find out what my password is for Amazon. So I'll just type in Amazon there and then I'll search and then it brings it up. It tells me the email address, Amazon Gmail, and then the password as well. So that's what the application is doing. It's allowing you to store all your passwords and user credentials into the file, and then it allows you to retrieve it as well. So yeah, you don't have to worry about, I guess, memorizing all. You can have really complicated passwords and you don't have to worry about memorizing them. So that's what it's doing. So yeah, so I'll go back to the code and we'll just quickly run through it with this open at the same time. So yeah, the first part of it is, as you can see, it's a method or the function for generating the password. So I've got three lists here: a list for the letters, a list for the numbers, and one for the symbols as well. So as you can see, there's lowercase and uppercase A to Z, and then 0 to 9, and all the symbols. So basically, what this is doing now is that we're grabbing a random choice of letters from a range between 8 to 10. So it's going to grab 8 to 10 letters, 2 to 4 symbols, and 2 to 4 numbers as well. And then so once it does that, it's storing it into these variables. And then so I created another variable called password list, which is I'm going to combine these three variables together. So in the beginning, it's going to be, first the letters and then the symbols and the numbers. But then I've introduced this a random shuffle. So it's going to shuffle it up, the password list, shuffle it up. So it's all mixed up now. And then it's going to add it to the password. So I've got an empty string here and then it adds it all together, the reshuffled password list. And then, yeah, so basically I've also, this is called another thing called Piperclip. What Piperclip allows me to do is when I type, well, let's say I generate a password and it tells me password copy to clipboard. So that's what that's doing. So that's just letting me know that my password's now copied. I can paste my password or whatever I want. So that's what that's doing. And then yeah, I've just got the user interface set up here. This is just from the TK Inter thing, the canvas and the photo, and the title, which is password manager and all that. So not much to say about that. And then I've got this function. This is the password create. So what this is basically doing is it's getting the information from these user fields. So it's getting the website entry, the username entry, and the password entry, and then it's storing it into um, a dictionary called new data. So it's getting a website entry, and then it's storing the email as a user entry and the password as a password entry. So it's creating a dictionary out of that information. And then we've just got a little if statement under here, which is just basically saying that if any of these entries, if the length of the entry is 0, so if there's 0 characters, then it's going to come up with this message box or warning, whatever you want to call it, saying empty fields, please fill in all required fields. So let's say here, for example, my website's empty. If I click add now, it's going to say, please fill in all required fields. So that's what that's doing. Otherwise, yeah, if everything's filled out and it's happy, then it's going to try to firstly look for that user credentials JSON document. That's the first step it's going to do. And if it doesn't find it, then it's going to create it for us. So if it's not there in the search path, then it's going to create the file for us. Otherwise, if it does find that file, if it succeeds, and then what it's going to do is read that file and write the new data into it. And then we just got this finally. So finally, at the end of the process, if I'm doing this and then once I click add, it's clearing it out. So it clears the entries out for me. And yeah, similarly with the search password. So this is for the search function. It's first gonna again, it's gonna try to find that user credentials file. And if it doesn't find it, then it's going to say the file does not exist. If it doesn't find the password, the credentials inside of that file, it's going to say it doesn't exist. Otherwise, if it does find it, so for example, as we had the Amazon example before, if it does find it, then it's going to grab the data that I want, and then it's going to display that data into that message box for me, which is here. So it's giving me the account, it's giving me the account information, the email, and the password, and that's it. It displays in the message box for me. But then, yeah, if those credentials don't exist, then it's going to say no details for that account exists. And then, yeah, just the rest of the code is just the sort of the user interface setup, the TK interface. We just got the labels and the entries and the buttons. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I wanted to show in this video. There's nothing else much to show. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.